Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, many of you don't tune into the live stream, so I thought I'll make this video for you guys. This is very important information that I want to share with you. If you look at the S&P 500 futures, it is potentially forming a head and shoulder pattern, and the head and shoulder pattern is usually bearish. And in case of this head and shoulder pattern, I think that the neckline is going to be somewhere around 6,552.75. So 6,552.75 is a drop of somewhere around 4.47%. So if we fall below 4.47%, let us say we fall 5%, we would have triggered this head and shoulder pattern. And then the drop could be significant from there. So this is one word of caution. I see the same thing with NASDAQ as well. It's also creating another head and shoulder pattern. So if we were to look at this shoulder out here and the new one that is forming out here, so this is what I am saying is a matter of concern. And if you were to look at the US 10-year, we have the US 10-year forming a reverse head and shoulder, and we could have triggered this off yesterday. We spiked up and then we came back down, and we could potentially trigger it off today. And another way of looking at this would be, let us do an adjustment here. Okay, I'm just going to pull this down here a little bit. Yeah, so we have support, resistance. We have resistance, 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 and we broke above but could not confirm, and then we have come back down again this morning. So what is happening out here, right? If we can confirm above this neckline, then we would have triggered this head and shoulder, and we would have started having a good support out here to bounce off and meet a target of around 4.418%. So if 10-year yields were to spike so much, the stock market will definitely tank. Now, parallelly, look at Japanese 10-year. The Japanese 10-year is also going up, which could lead to the yen unwind trade happening. And if you look at the USD JPY combination, right, assuming this to be a bull flag, we have a bull flag target of 159.973. So all these changes are happening out here in the underbelly of the market. And if you were to go into crypto, where there is a lot of money at stake, and look at Bitcoin, right? So this is the flagpole, and this is a bear flag. So bear flags have a higher probability of breaking on the downside. So a lot of value is going to be lost in crypto. And those people who had big portfolios and who are still holding Bitcoin, they would see a lot of their portfolio value going down. If they had borrowed against that, then they definitely have to pay up. So that's one pressure on the Bitcoin. And the other pressure on the Bitcoin will be that people who are holding for a long time with a lot of profits, especially people who are advanced in years and who are looking at retirement, they would say that let me take whatever profit is there before everything goes down. I can't afford to wait for another 5 or 6 years for everything to come up. So all those selling pressures will be there. So I want to see what happens with all of these factors. And therefore, I'm very negative on the market right now. And you guys know I have been bearish for almost 3 months, and I have suffered for it a lot. I would be very honest to concede that. But I want you guys to also pay attention to these factors, and also let me know in the comment section what you think about these, and let me know how things would pan out. Now, there's another aspect also. If you look at something like AMD, for example, right? In AMD, we have an inverted cup and handle pattern. If this comes down, and if it triggers the inverted cup and handle, you can fall. The other aspect I've highlighted in the live stream was the price to earnings ratio of Broadcom, which is 99.7. And if you look at price to earning ratio of NVDIA, it happens to be 45.18. So there is so much of divergence between them. And since Broadcom's futures are tied with Google, Google's price to earning is only 31.77. So Google, in any case, is a much more superior stock than anything else. But definitely Broadcom and AMD could probably have some kind of a correction. Let us look at price to earnings ratio for AMD. P/E ratio of AMD is 107.72. So that's also pretty significant. So that's the 2 cents worth I wanted to talk to you guys about, because many of you don't tune into the live stream, and this one especially for you. I hope you have a great day. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.